Well, hello, welcome to the Web Monkey Show. My name is Alex, and today I have a special tutorial for you where I'm going to show you how you can create a MailChimp account and then connect your MailChimp account with your WordPress website. Now, if you're not familiar with MailChimp, it is one of the most popular marketing platforms in the world. You can use MailChimp to build your mailing list and then send emails to them and basically grow your business from your mailing list. Now, the one thing that makes MailChimp very special is that unlike most other marketing platforms, MailChimp actually offers you a free plan. There is a plan you can sign up for free, and with that plan, you can manage up to 2,000 contacts. Anything beyond 2,000 contacts, you will need to upgrade your plan, but MailChimp for the most part is pretty affordable. So in today's lesson, I'm going to show you exactly how you can sign up for the free plan with MailChimp. I'll show you how you can manage your list with MailChimp. I'll show you how you can create automated emails so that whenever anyone subscribes to your mailing list for the first time, they'll get some sort of like welcome email, welcoming them to the club. And then if they choose to unsubscribe, they will also get like a goodbye email or something like that. So I'll show you how you can configure the automated emails, and then I'll show you how you can connect MailChimp to your WordPress account. We're going to use a plugin for this, but I'll also show you how you can create a sign-up form on your website so that whenever anyone signs up on your website, their email will be added to your mailing list in MailChimp. And then finally, I'll show you how you can create campaigns, how you can create emails, craft them, make them beautiful so you can send them to your subscribers. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to grow your mailing list on your WordPress website, this is a good tutorial for you to get things started. Eventually, maybe in the coming weeks, I might make a full tutorial specifically on MailChimp. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I will see you at the end. Let's get started. Alrighty, welcome. So the very first thing we're going to do here would be to create an account with MailChimp. Now, if you already have an account with MailChimp, you can skip this part of the tutorial and just go to the part where we begin to connect MailChimp to WordPress. If you don't have an account with MailChimp, well, keep watching. So basically, this is the home page. Now, you might be wondering why MailChimp is very, very popular. Well, if you come down here to pricing, MailChimp actually offers you a free account. And with the free account, you can actually get up to 2,000 contacts. You will have access to some really cool features like tags and segments, your basic templates, and a host of other cool features such as ability to send emails, build landing pages, and so on. So really, MailChimp is a very good marketing platform to start off with, and then eventually you can either decide to go up with their paid plans or maybe even switch to a different platform. You can easily export all your contacts from MailChimp and take them elsewhere if you wanted to. But let's go ahead and create our free account. So I'm going to come over here and, well, you can see right now that I'm kind of logged in. That's because I do have an account with MailChimp and MailChimp knows that it's me again. So I'm just going to click on log in. Ideally, this should be the page that you would see. So you can click on create an account. So let's do that. So you're going to provide your email, and I'm going to use one of my sample email addresses right here, dickjones843. And then for the name, well, I'm just going to go with dickjones843. And of course, that's available. And then for the password, I'll just go ahead and create a very strong password. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead now and click on get started. All right, so what's going to happen right now is I'm going to go ahead and check my email for the link that they've sent to me. Alrighty, so as you can see right now, I'm in my Yahoo account and I do have the mail from MailChimp. It says, "We're glad you're here, dickjones843. Activate account." So I'm going to go ahead and click on the link. And of course, we have to confirm I am a human, not a robot. So yes, I am not a robot. I am real. I am flesh and blood. All right, we're going to go with the free account for now. Let's go ahead, hit complete. And all right, so now we have to add first name, last name, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. What's the name of your business? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say Web Monkey Studios. Do you have a website? Yes, I do have a website. It is the webmonkeyonline.com. You have to enter a full URL, so let's go with HTTP. Add that as well. Okay, so let's click continue. All right, now here's the thing, okay? This is very important. You must have a physical address associated with your MailChimp account. So you can see right now, it's actually part of the law. You have the international anti-spam laws. So you do need to add like a real address in here. If you don't have an official business address, well, you can click on the link right here to get alternatives as to how you can add one. But if you do, ideally, please do add your real address in here. You don't want to add your home address. I will not recommend you do that. Just add a separate address. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to add one of my sample addresses right there. So it's the city, Owings Mills, Maryland, zip code, country. Let's click continue. All right, do you have a list of email subscribers? Right now, I don't, but if you do, typically you will click yes, and then you would select the size. So the process is a little bit different, but it's also very, very easy. MailChimp will guide you all the way. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to say no, because we're assuming that we're building our email list for the very first time. So let's go ahead and click continue. Connect social media. If you do have your accounts, you can click on the plus button right here, and then it will connect you to either Facebook or Twitter, and then you can connect from there if you want to. I'm just going to go ahead and click continue for now. All right, let's find your marketing path. Well, I'm not going to do this. You can do this on your own time if you want to. Clicking on right now. All right, accounts ready, Freddy. Come on in. Let's set up your list and build the campaigns you dream about. All right, now you can decide to subscribe to their bi-weekly newsletter, and I'll recommend you do so if you're looking for tips on how you can build your email list. It's a good idea, so I'm going to go ahead and tick the box. Let's go. And okay, so we're about a quarter of the way done. We still haven't finished, but we'll soon be there. All right, so in here right now, you'll be taken to this page where you can design your very first email to your lists if you wanted to. But I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to simply click on I'll do this later. Okay. All right. So now we're 50% complete. Add your contacts. If you do have contacts, you can either import from a file if you want to, or use a pop-up form to collect subscribers. But again, I'll click on I will do this later. You can do this. Okay. So, well, we can send our very first email, but of course we don't have any subscribers just yet. So again, I'll click on I'll do this later. Okay, so we're done. It's 100% complete. And well, MailChimp offers you additional features. Well, you can try out your first landing page, grow your audience, set up an automated welcome email, stuff like that. I'm just going to go ahead and click on go to my dashboard. And that is it. All right, so let me just go ahead, close this. All right, so you can see right now we do have our account all set up already. Our audience is of course +0 because we don't have any existing subscribers, but so far so good. We have successfully created our account on MailChimp. Alrighty, now that we have our account with MailChimp, it is time to take a look at our list. Now by default, what's going to happen here is MailChimp automatically will create one list for you. It will add your email address to that list. So from here right now, if you click on view lists, it will take you to this page where you will see the notice saying, hey, you've hit your audience limit. So basically with the free version of MailChimp, you're entitled to one main list. If you want additional lists, then you will have to pay for that. So in here right now, you can see that I do have the list titled WebMonkey Studios. Remember, this was the name I used as my business name. And you can see we have one contact, one subscriber, and basically this is me, my own email address. So if I clicked on stats in here, You can see we have one subscribed contact. You click on that one, and in here right now you would see my actual email address, my name, address, and all that. Okay, well, there's a few things that you can do with your list, and I'd like to show you some very important features. If you clicked on settings right here, okay, you can go to the audience name and defaults. Right here, you can change the name associated with your list. So you can change this to something else, maybe my students, my subscribers, my YouTube subscribers, what have you. You can change that. Over here, you've got the form settings, and I would strongly recommend that you enable the double opt-in. The double opt-in simply means that once a subscriber has given you their email, they're subscribed, they will receive an email asking them to confirm that indeed they have chosen to subscribe to your mailing list. This way, you can truly ensure that whoever subscribes to your list is real and they're interested in what you have to offer. Also, automatically, this will be enabled. The reCAPTCHA, this helps to prevent spam bots, so I would strongly recommend that you leave this checked. In here, I would also recommend that you enable the GDPR fields. It's become quite important now, so I would tick that box. Now, in here, you can change your campaign default. So whenever you send an email or a campaign or a newsletter, in here you can change the defaults. You can change the name, the default from email address, the default email subject as well. This is kind of optional, but who knows, you might be feeling very tired one day or having a bad day. You send an email with no header. Well, you know, that happens sometimes. So in here, you can just add like a default subject, which of course you will have to change every time you send a new email. So over here, I would recommend that you send a final welcome email. So once someone has officially subscribed, you can send them an email saying, hey, you know, you're the best person ever. You know, you're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you for subscribing, yada, 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 stuff like that. You can let users pick between the plain text or the HTML emails. I would recommend you leave this unchecked, because if you're going to send emails, you want them to see your beautifully crafted email. So you can only do that with the HTML version. So I would recommend you leave this unchecked. Over here, I would strongly recommend that you check this box where you can send an unsubscribe confirmation to subscribers. So basically, whenever anyone unsubscribes from your list, you can send them an email saying, oh, I'm so sorry to see you go. Please don't go, stay, you know, stuff like that. And actually, sometimes you actually have people who unsubscribe mistakenly. So you can prevent that from happening by checking this box right here. And then over here, finally, you have the notifications. Do you want to be notified every time a new subscriber has subscribed or whenever a subscriber has unsubscribed? You can go one by one or just get a summary. I would strongly recommend you go with the summary. This way, at the end of the day, MailChimp will just send you a breakdown of how many people have subscribed, how many people have unsubscribed. I think it's a lot easier to manage one email as opposed to lots of emails. So you can come in here right now and just add your email and then save the audience and campaign defaults. If you go back up here under settings, you click on the drop down box, you've got some other settings you can play with. However, one I would recommend would be the required email footer content. This is very important. So over here, every email you send will have certain information. So over here right now, this is the very first one, the permission reminder. You want to remind people why they're receiving this email. People receive lots of emails every day, so it's a good idea to remind them that, hey, you're receiving this email because you subscribed to, you know, the WebMonkey Academy, or because you subscribed to this and that. So in here, I would recommend that you make some changes to the default text in here. Remind them specifically about your website and the kind of content you provide. So it could be something like, you're receiving this email because you love movies and I send you newsletters about the latest movies and reviews weekly, something like that. So you want to do that over here. And then scroll down over here. How can recipients contact you? This is the information that will be displayed at the footer of your email. So very important, make sure that all this is legit. And then the address. If you ever need to change the address shown in the emails that you send to your subscribers, this is where you can change the address. Very, very important. And then finally, if you do have a website, obviously, I would recommend that you come in here and add the URL for your website, and then just click save to save those changes. So that's it for managing our list. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next class. Before we connect our MailChimp account with our WordPress website, there is one more thing we need to do. Now, if you remember in the previous video, we set it so that we can send an automatic welcome email once we have a new subscriber. So to configure that particular email, what you want to do is you can go to campaigns, just click in there, and you will likely see a welcome message in the draft mode. If not, you can just click on create new, and then you will see the box to create an automated welcome email. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the welcome message right there. So right here, you can see we have ability to change the from, the subject as well. And then the content, you can change the actual content of the email that your new subscribers will receive. So what I will do here is I'll just click on edit design. And while we wait for that, okay, so all right, so here you go. That's it. So right now you can add your logo. I would highly recommend that you do so. Just click on the edit block right there, and then in here you can just simply add your logo. Just click on replace, and then you'll be asked to upload your file. It's pretty easy. Let me go back to edit design. All right, so from here right now you can click on the pen to edit the text block. Now, if you're wondering what exactly is this is just basically a code saying, well, if the subscriber has a first name, display the first name and end this code. So that's basically what this means. So you don't have to change anything in here. Just leave this as it is. You can come in here and change the text from what you have by default to something else, and then just click on save and close. You can add other things like your image and caption. You can add a video if you wanted to. Very easy. Just click on the block and then drag and then drop it wherever you want to display it. So as an example, I can drop the video block right there. And then from here, I'll be asked to add the URL of the video. So everything is very, very easy, very straightforward. Let me go ahead and delete this block. And then at the bottom, you will have access to the social media. So I'll highly recommend, if you have a platform on social media, say Facebook, Twitter, you can come in here and add the URLs. And then down here, you can click on add another service, and you can go with other kinds of social media platforms, YouTube, Tumblr, Google+, you name it. Let's just go ahead, click on save and continue. And okay, so to get this up and running, just click on start sending. And I'm going to click on start now. And there you go, rock on. You've started an automation. You can click on create another automation. So from here right now, you can see that we have the email your tagged contacts, welcome new subscribers. You can create a particular email for their birthdays if you have access to that. You can share your blog updates as well. Now over here where you have subscriber activity, you can send emails if their information has changed. You can also send a warm welcome for people who join from some sort of a pop-up form that you can create on MailChimp. And then e-commerce, if you have like an e-commerce website where you sell things, you can send special emails for people who have purchased for the very first time, people who've enabled auto notifications, you can reward your best customers, and so on and so forth. So you can create some really cool automated emails in here. Let me just go ahead and close this. All right. One more thing I want to show you before I round this up is how you can customize the goodbye email in case someone unsubscribes from your list. So to do this, you can go to audience, and then from audience, you can go to manage audience right here, click on the sign up forms. And then from here, you'll have access to something known as the form builder. So you can click in here for the form builder. And now in here where you have the forms and response emails, you can click on the drop down arrow And then in here, you have access to different kinds of emails that you can customize. So in here right now, you have access to the unsubscribe form, the unsubscribe success page, and then the email that unsubscribers would get. So you can click on goodbye email. And then from here, you can check this box to make sure that this email is sent. And then in here, you can customize the message. You just click on edit. And then in here, you can make your plea to the unsubscriber not to leave. So that's exactly how you can configure the final email to unsubscribers. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next class. Welcome back. Now that we have our list all set up, it is time to connect our MailChimp account with WordPress. Now over here, I do have my WordPress website. It's called the Video Buff. It's basically just a sample website with blog articles specifically on movies. Now to connect our website with our MailChimp account, there are lots of different kinds of plugins you can use. There's a whole host of them. However, one of the very best I have found is Mail Opt-in. Now, full disclosure, these guys paid me a few months ago to make a review for them. And on their homepage, you can see right now, this is the video I made for them. That's me smiling happily right there. So in full disclosure, I have been paid by this particular developers to make a review for them. But this was several months ago, and I promise you, I am not affiliated with them in any way, which means that if you do decide to use their plugin, I am not getting any commission. The reason why I chose to make the review for them is because the plugin is actually really good. I get lots of emails from lots of developers saying, hey, please promote a new plugin on your YouTube channel, and very often I turn them down because the plugin isn't that good. This, however, was a major exception. They do have a paid version, but they also have a free version that you can try out, and I'll highly recommend you check out the free version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to my website. Let's go to the back end. Let's go over to plugins, add new, and in here I'm just going to type in opt-in, and you should see, okay, that's it. Mail opt-in pop-ups, email opt-in forms by the Mail Opt-in team. Let's go ahead and install now. And we'll go ahead and activate the plugin. So this is the free version, and you can do lots of really cool things with it. All right, you will see Mail Opt-in down here. Go straight to integrations. All right. So we want to integrate the plugin with our MailChimp account. So in here right now, you can see all the different platforms that you can integrate with this plugin. There's a whole bunch of them. We're going to come down here to MailChimp. So MailChimp right now, we need to get an API key. So to get your key, it's pretty easy. You go back to your MailChimp account. And then from here, what you want to do is you can come over here where you have the drop down arrow, click in there. Go to account, and then under extras, click on the drop down arrow, click on API keys. Now I do already have two that I've created previously, but you should see something on your page saying something like you don't have any API keys, click here to create one. So you can just click on create a key, and then you'll have an API key. It's very easy actually. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and enable one key I've created before. So let me just go ahead and copy this key, and then I'll go back to Mail Opt-in. I'll come down here, paste the key, save changes, and we should be connected. So there you go. We are now connected, Mail Opt-in, with our MailChimp account. Awesome. All right. So how do we now display some sort of opt-in form on our website? Well, Mail Opt-in has us covered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to opt-in campaigns. I'm going to click in there. And now over here, you have access to 3 different kinds of opt-in forms you can create. You can go with the lightbox, in post, sidebar. With the paid version, you can create a notification bar and even a slide in if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on consider creating one. And now in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and choose the in-post form. This way we can display a very nice opt-in form in our posts. So I'll click on in-post. So over here, we're going to add a name. So let's just say opt-in form for posts, just as an example. So by default, you have access to 3 free different themes provided for you by the plugin. We've got the Columbine, Bare Metal, Elegance. With the paid version, you have access to a lot more, obviously, as you can see, better designed. But with the free version, you still have access to some pretty cool, nice templates. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the Columbine, the very first one. So let's select the theme. Now, what I like about this plugin is the fact that you can actually customize the design. So from here right now, you can change the design, change the background color, the border color. You can change the headline. So it says, don't miss out. And then if you scroll down here, you can say subscribe to, let's go with the, I'm going to make some changes here. Subscribe to our movie newsletter as an example. So that's nice. Let's go back. And then description, I'm going to change this. We save top showbiz news, lesson ideas, teaching tips. No, that's not related to showbiz. So we'll just say we save top showbiz news and movie reviews. Okay, let's hit back. And then you can change the notes, you can change the fields, the configuration as well. So in here right now, you can choose the position. Where would you like to display this particular form? Is it going to be after the content or before the content? Ideally, you want to go with after the content. So let's hit back. And then integration is very, very important. You can see right now we've seen the message. It says you haven't set up an integration. What this means is we haven't actually connected this particular form with our MailChimp account. So from here, I'm going to click on the drop down arrow, go to email provider, select MailChimp, and then I'll have to choose the form, WebMonkey Studios. Okay, let's hit back. And then we have after conversion, which is pretty awesome tool. So once they've subscribed, what do you want to do? Do you want to display a message saying, hey, thanks for subscribing, blah, yada, yada, or you can redirect them to your URL. So you can create like a very special page where you can offer them like a free PDF download, a book, what have you. So you can create a page and then simply add the URL in here, all for free. Pretty awesome, right? So I'll stick with the display success message. Let's go back. And then finally, the display rules. Where exactly do you want to display this form? Do you want to display it on all your pages and posts? In that case, you will leave the globally load opt-in checked, or you can turn this off, come down here and then choose the specific posts or pages where you want to display this particular form. I'm going to go with the globally load opt-in. Let's hit back. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on right here and then save the changes. All right, let's close this. Okay, so you can see right now we have the opt-in form for posts. It's activated. So let's see. I'm going to go to my website. Let's go to Avengers Infinity War. Let's scroll down here. And there you go. So you can see right now we have the newsletter. So what I want to do is to give it a quick test just to make sure it's working. So I'm going to go ahead and say my name is Jon Snow, King in the North, and then enter my email, videobuff243@yahoo.com. Let's go ahead and subscribe. All right, so let's see if I'm going to receive any emails from MailChimp. Let me just bring over my Yahoo Mail account. All right, so you can see right now I have received the email in my Yahoo account. So I'm going to go ahead now and subscribe to the WebMonkey Studios list, confirm I'm human. Let's hit subscribe. And there you go. So subscription confirmed. Awesome. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to wait and see if I'll receive the actual welcome email that we configured earlier. And okay, so it took about 20 seconds to receive the second actual welcome email. But you can see right now, hi John, we're glad you're here. We'll keep you in the loop with our latest news and special offers. So there you go. Both emails work, and that is pretty awesome. Now, if I go to my actual account in MailChimp and we go to our audience, now you can see that our contacts has increased by 1. Hooray! So let's check new contacts. And there you go, Jon Snow, videobuff243@yahoo.com. So there you go. We have successfully configured MailChimp to work with our WordPress website, and our mailing list is now populated. Alright, so in the previous video, we successfully connected MailChimp with our WordPress account, and we're able to send emails, and our mailing list is now being populated, which is pretty awesome. Now, going to the mail opt-in plugin, if I go to the opt-in campaigns, in here right now, you can see the stats. We have had 3 impressions, 1 subscriber, and then we have the conversion rate. So you can keep track of how well your opt-in campaigns are performing right here. Keep in mind, of course, that with the paid version of this plugin, you have access to more stats like the actual real statistics, the lead bank, and so on. So if you're interested, you can check out the premium version of Mail Opt-in. But one final thing I want to do before I round up this tutorial would be campaigns with MailChimp. So as you begin to build your mailing list, you can decide to create a campaign by simply clicking on Create Campaign. And then from here, you have access to different kinds. You can create a landing page, an email as an example. So let's click on email. And then let's say, for example, you wanted to promote maybe like a new course, for example. So I would say the Absolute Beginner's Guide to Cybersecurity as an example. I can begin. And then from here, I can simply choose the recipients who's going to receive this email. I can go ahead and choose all the people in my mailing list, and then I can personalize the tool field. So their first name will go for, say, to be something like, hey John, hey Alex, something like that. I can save this, and then I can add the subject for the email. So for example, buy this course or something like that, you know. Let's save that. And then finally, we have the actual content. So I can click on design email. And then from here, of course, you have access to different pre-built templates by MailChimp. So just choose one that fits with what you're trying to accomplish, or you can just go with just like a blank basic example. So up here, you have access to layouts, you have access to themes that's been pre-built for you if you want to, although most of these seem to be available only with the paid versions of MailChimp, but it's okay. You can also always just code your own as well. But let's go to layouts. Let's choose sell products as an example, or make an announcement. Let's go with make an announcement. You can click in here, and then you'll be taken to the actual layout where you can begin to configure or customize the email. So you can add your logo, change the headline, add images, add some text. So you have access to all of this. You can click on preview and test right here. So as an example, you can click on send a test email. You can add whichever email you want to send this test campaign to, and then just to see what it looks like. So pretty much that's it for sending campaigns with MailChimp. There's of course a lot more to MailChimp than just campaigns. You can work with tags, and it's pretty robust. It's a very, very powerful mailing management software. Maybe in the future, I might make another tutorial fully on how to use MailChimp to its fullest capabilities. But for now, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Well, there you have it. We've come to the end of today's tutorial on MailChimp, and I sincerely hope and believe that you found value in today's tutorial. And if you did, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. And if you feel there is someone that you know that might benefit from this particular tutorial, I'll be sure to share the video with them. My name is Alex. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.